Hello and welcome all of you. You are watching K Commerce Academy with me Kunal Singhal. In chapter number 5, class 12 business trees organizing, today we will be studying the topic of decentralization. What does decentralization mean? Decentralization refers to systematic delegation of authority through all the levels of management and in all the departments except that which can be expressed only at center point. So what does decentralization mean? Decentralization means the delegation of authority throughout all the levels of management. इसकी जगह आप ले सकते हैं throughout. Okay, यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा misprint है. So what you can take it? Delegation of authority means decentralization refers to a systematic delegation of authority throughout all the levels of management. However, ये decentralization term हमने chapter number 2 में भी पढ़ा था. We studied there one of the principle named as principle of centralization and decentralization. What we studied there, you can recall it. Decentralization means distribution of powers at different levels of management. Decentralization means the distribution of powers at all the levels of management. Fine. While centralization refers to concentration of powers with the top level of management. Centralization refers to concentration of powers, and every organization needs to bring a balance, needs to adopt a combination between the centralization and decentralization, because complete decentralization is neither it is good nor complete centralization is good, while the organization has to choose a combination of centralization and decentralization. For major decisions, for big decisions, we choose centralization, but for small daily routine decisions we choose decentralization. Now there is a need to understand the difference between the decentralization and delegation also. Decentralization means distribution of powers at all the levels of management. Distribution of powers at all the levels of management. While delegation refers to sharing of powers. Just concentrate over these two words. Decentralization means distribution of powers at all the levels of management, while delegation refers to sharing of powers with the immediate subordinate only. With the immediate subordinate only. Decentralization में हम powers को सारे लेवल्स पे, टॉप लेवल से मिडिल लेवल पे, मिडिल लेवल से लोअर लेवल पे, लोअर लेवल से प्लेटफॉर्म एरिया पे डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर देते हैं, उनको कंप्लीट ऑटोनॉमी दे देते हैं टू अ सर्टेन एक्सटेंट. बट इन द डेलीगेशन we just share the authorities and responsibilities with the immediate subordinate only. It means under decentralization there is a multiplication in many, because we are distributing the powers at different levels of management, at all the levels of management. It means there is a multiple in many, while in delegation there is a multiple in two, because here we are sharing the powers with the immediate subordinate only, so we are multiplying the powers with between two only. Further, we can just for the guest form we can understand decentralization versus delegation. We can say that decentralization is the extension of delegation. Either decentralization can be understood as the extension of delegation, or delegation can be called as the part of decentralization. In any of the manner you can understand, decentralization can be an extension of delegation, or delegation is a part of decentralization. As you can understand, अगर decentralization पूरा बड़ा कमरा है तो उसमें से एक छोटा सा जो कोना है वो delegation है. So delegation can be understood as a part of decentralization, or decentralization can be called as an extension of delegation. Let us understand the importance of decentralization. Why does decentralization required in the business? What is the need and significance of decentralization in a business organization? And do not forget to note down each and every point in your copies, in your registers, because these will really help you out in the examinations in the notes form. So first point is it develops initiative among subordinates. Decentralization helps to promote self-reliance and confidence amongst the subordinates. It gives them greater freedom to take their own decisions and to depend on their own judgments. So where they get an autonomy, where they get the freedom to take their own decisions, to rely over own judgments, it helps them to develop the habit of taking initiative, to take new chances in the organization. The second one is it develops managerial talent for the future. When a superior person delegates certain authorities and responsibilities throughout the various levels, that is, top level management delegates certain work to the middle level management transfers certain tasks to the lower level management. All these results in taking initiative among at all the levels, and in future it actually prepares the talented managerial managers for the promotion purpose. The third one is quick decision making. While taking any decision, a person need not to ask to his superior, because he is having a complete autonomy and freedom to a certain extent to take decisions. So it will result in quick decision making, effective decision making, because for each and every decision the person need not to ask to his superior, because he is having a certain autonomy. Then it relieves the top management from the overburden of the work. Certain tasks are transferred at different various levels, so a single person or a single top level management does not remain overburdened with all the decision makings powers, and even now the top management can concentrate over the expansion plans of the business. The fifth point of importance of decentralization is it facilitates growth, where the freedom and autonomy is provided at all the levels, at all the departments. Now each department will work with complete enthusiasm, with complete dedication, with you can say motivation. Each department want to present its best efforts. In that manner, every department will work in the best manner. Every department will increase its productivity and efficiency, and when all the departments of an organization will improve, definitely the organization will grow in future. So decentralization awards greater freedom and autonomy to the lower level of management, as well as divisional or departmental heads. Divisional or departmental heads means middle level of management, and greater autonomy leads each department put its best efforts. The overall productivity increases and organization is able to generate more returns for expansion purpose. And the last one is it results in better control. Decentralization makes it possible to exercise control by evaluating performance at each level, and the departments can be held accountable for their results. When a person has been given a complete autonomy and freedom to take decisions to a certain extent, now that person can be held responsible, the department can be held responsible, the division can be held responsible and accountable for achievement and non-achievement of the targets or standards. So it results actually develops a better control in the organization, and it also increases the span of management. The meaning of span of management I had already explained to you in the previous videos. Now you have to mention the answer in comment. What does span of management mean? I hope आज का लेक्चर आप लोगों को अच्छे से समझ में आया होगा. If you like the video, if you find it helpful, then hit the like button, hit the notification button, so that you will receive all the latest notification of the latest videos, and do not forget to share this video to all the WhatsApp groups of your class. Thank you.